Everybody, I am so sorry that this is late. I had a little bit of a personal situation that happened a couple of days ago. I'm not going to get into it today because today's video is about Q&A. So I felt really bad that it's been like 2 extra days after I said I would put this up. So I just got back from working out with my friend Lauren, which is why I look like this. My cat is rubbing his face on my camera. Thank you. Are you done? I also discovered that I'm missing the piece that attaches my camera to my tripod. So I've torn up my place trying to find it, and I can't find it. So I'm probably gonna have to buy another one. So once again, I'm doing this on my phone. But I wanted to get right into the Q&A. I had a couple of questions that were asked in private messages. So I'm not going to say who those people are. I'm going to respect the fact that they asked me privately. But I've got a couple of people that asked publicly, so I'll name drop and everything. Anyway, the first question was asked to me privately, and she said that she was wanting to talk to her doctor about surgery, but really nervous about it because she didn't want her doctor thinking that she was taking the easy way out. And so she just wanted some advice on what to say to the doctor. My advice is any doctor that thinks that this surgery is the easy way out needs to go back to medical school. Do not trust their medical advice. Any medical professional should be able to tell you that it takes a lot of work to see Ichabod. Stop it with that. To get results and to keep results. That's the biggest thing, is keeping the weight off. And if you have a history of, being overweight and not being able to keep the weight off and all that kind of stuff, then a doctor should definitely be able to talk to you about that and not think that it's the easy way out. So yeah, I would say just go for it. If you're considering it, if you're on the fence, then just talk to your doctor, see if it's an option that they think would be viable for you. The next question I got was from Borderline Dog Hoarder. Love that name, on Instagram. And she asked any advice for someone starting the journey, anything that you wish you had known. And I told her that you need to expect a lot of hoops to go through, and a lot more expenses than you were originally planning on. Every clinic is going to be different because she reached back out and told me everything that she had to do, and a lot of the stuff she had to do I didn't have to do, but she didn't have to do some of the stuff I did. So it's all different, but they all have a bunch of hoops to go through because they want to make sure that your body can withstand the surgery. They've got to know that. So for me, it was an upper endoscopy. It was a echocardiogram. It was an EKG. I think those were all the procedures that I had to go through. She was saying that she had to do a sleep apnea test, even though she'd never had history of sleep apnea, a gallbladder test, even though she'd never had history of gallstones. So it was a lot of stuff. So you do need to anticipate that. It's not like you can go in and say, surgeon, I want this surgery. My insurance is going to cover it. Here's what I have to pay. I'll see you tomorrow. It's not going to happen. You can expect for the process to take anywhere from 5 to 7 months, because sometimes a lot of insurance companies require 5 or 6 months worth of documented weigh-ins. Now, I was self-pay, so I didn't have to worry about that, but I still, from start to finish, let's see, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, so 5 months from the time that I started until the day of my surgery, it was 5 months. So, and I was self-pay. I also told her to invest in sugar-free popsicles. Trust me when I say it, sugar-free popsicles are going to become your best friend. For a lot of people after the surgery, they couldn't stomach anything else. Like the only thing that they could eat was, sugar-free popsicles. But it is a really great way to kind of get that sweet tooth out, that craving for something sweet and also something cold, all kinds of stuff. Sorry, my cat is going crazy. I don't know what is with him. Sorry, this video is so crappy this time. I'm sorry. So those are the two major things to anticipate aside from like changes and emotional rides and all that kind of stuff, which you can watch my previous videos and see the emotional journey that I went on. I also had a private question asking about excess skin. It is a nasty little devil, that excess skin, but it does happen. I was morbidly obese, so I had 300 pounds to lose. So guaranteed I'm going to have some excess skin to worry about. Now, I'm guessing that the smaller you are to start off with, the less excess skin you're going to have. But my doctor and my dietitian recommended as much strength training as possible. So lifting weights, lifting your own body, strength training to build a lot of muscle, and it will help maintain the integrity of your skin so it stays elastic as possible, and you don't experience quite as much. So that will help with it. But again, when you do start off so large, I already have made my peace. Well, I think I've made my peace with the fact that I'm going to have excess skin. So we'll see what happens down the road. I can tell you, I told my trainer that I was like, I want to focus on strength training because I want as little excess skin as possible. And he took it and ran with it. So, I also had a question along the same lines from Danielle on YouTube, who asked if I have noticed any hair loss. This is a big thing when they, first start and you're getting a flood of information from your surgeon and dietitian, or a dietitian for me, and, all kinds of things. And hair loss does come up. And especially for the women, you're like, say what? It's not like you're going to have bald spots. Now when I brush my hair and run my fingers through my hair, it's gross and sweaty right now, but I will notice, can you see that? Yeah. I'll notice more hair than normal, but it's not like anybody else can tell. I can barely tell. Now everybody's different. I can't stress this enough. Everybody's journey is going to be different. But for me, hair loss, it is going to happen. Mine is extremely minimal to the point where sometimes I don't even notice it, but it's temporary. It is temporary, I swear to you. And it's just because your body's gone through a shock, and it needs so much protein. And if you're not doing your protein supplements, then you may have a very serious issue of a lot of hair loss. But as long as you are doing exactly as your surgeon says, exactly as your dietitian says, then you'll be fine. And any hair loss that you experience should even out after, I think they said 6 months or something. So it should be okay. You should be fine.